more complicated this time. So I have my grips under the armpit, same as before. I go to knee on belly, detail on keeping my right foot tight to his hip. I turn my knee towards his shoulder. I want to make him uncomfortable, so elbows tucked and pushing in. Car's doing the exact same thing, so again I drop my weight onto his hip, riding the movement, trying to stay on top. Bring him to me. The leg comes underneath. I lock the triangle, only this time Carl's, instead of bringing his elbow out to here, he's made a whizzer, an overhook on my leg. Okay? And again, for me to try and finish the triangle from here, it's quite difficult. But also he's baiting me into going for the omoplata. A lot of people, when they do this escape, they'll be baiting me into switching to this. And the omoplata is a lot easier escaped, okay, than the triangle. So we're going to look at a few variations of how to force the triangle rather than switching to the omoplata, okay? So, get my grips, knee on belly, step over. So he gets this whizzer on my leg. So first thing is, it's called the TP in the 10th planet system. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but we'll give it a go. So, because he's made this overhook on my arm, there is not contact. The triangle's all about snugness, okay? Where I'm going to drive his shoulder. My left leg's cutting off his right jugular, his left shoulder's cutting off the other jugular, but because he's made this frame with his arm, there's a massive space here, so I'm just going to fill it. So from here, I just cross my ankles, I feed my arms from the outside around to the backs of my knees, and then I just squeeze my knees together. Okay, to here. Sometimes you get the top, sometimes you won't. Okay, if I don't get the top from there, instead of the triangle, that's the way we were finishing it, we're going to switch to the switch figure 4. I just lock the triangle the other way. Here, okay? And I come underneath the leg. Here, I get hand to hand, and again, a leg press, leg curl. Okay? Sometimes you get the top, sometimes you'll not. Okay? So look at it one more time. It's more uncomfortable. Soft eyebrow there in the bottom. Look at that again. And then we'll look at a hand to hand, which sometimes happens as well. So from here, same setup as before. Okay, he's pushing. Bring him towards me. Lock the triangle. He makes that whizzer on my leg. So first variation. Okay, because he's made a space here, I try to fill it. So I just bring my, cross my ankles, reach behind the back of my knees. So I'm using my adductors, which is my weaker muscles, to try and finish him. So I'm trying to press this shoulder in to cut off the other one. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. If I don't, I'll switch. So the triangle's coming the other way. In order to make the triangle, the junction is on the side of the arm that's inside, which would be that way. So this time, again, I want to try and bring this shoulder in. Deck's already smiling because he knows this isn't going to work on him, but we'll show you something that will. So I get the grip, I make my switch figure 4, and then I look to come under the leg, get hand to hand, and then I leg press, leg curl. My goal is to push this shoulder in. Okay. So sometimes what happens is when you go for that, the triangle, they won't just make a whizzer, they get hand to hand. So we need to look at a way of dealing with that as well. Okay? So we get the grips here and here. Knee on belly, Carl's already doing that same thing, so I bring him to me, cut underneath. He makes that whizzer, but he also comes hand to hand. Okay? It's very hard for me to try and finish this triangle, because even if I come to here, I can't even lock it, and I want to get perpendicular this way, and he's keeping all his weight on this side. Okay? And I've got a hope in hell of trying to break this grip because he's hand to hand. So I still make the switch figure 4. Okay? So this leg comes across, and I lock my triangle, so it's locked on the other side. Again, the reason I can't break this grip is because Carl's elbow is super close to his body, and I haven't got the profile to try and break it. But if I turn to get perpendicular and I'm looking into his ear, the two strong muscles of my body is the leg press, leg curl. So I'll use that to drive him to the mat. And now there's a massive space here. I can come up, my wrist will push up as my elbow comes down, and I'll use this motion to break it, sorry. And if I've got a chimera here, but most likely he's going to straighten his arm and posture. And when he does, I'm already back into my triangle. My leg press, leg curl. Okay? One more time. Again, I'll use that if he gets from here. Okay? Sometimes they'll not only put a whizzer on, they'll get hand to hand, and then they'll drop all their weight this way. Okay, and it's very hard for Carl to finish from there. So, put my grips here, mix the frames, bring him towards me. He gets hand to hand. Okay, so I need a sense if he's doing that there, and this is when I switch to my switch figure 4. But rather than trying to finish from there, I get perpendicular, I got to break this grip. So I look into his ear, I leg press, leg curl. Now I have a great profile because his elbow's away from his body. So just think of it like a chimera, pushing up this way as I drive down this way to break this grip. Again, he'll probably straighten his arm, and when he does, I'm controlling his posture as he comes up. I cut the angle, and now I'm into my triangle. We'll just add in one more. There's an option to reverse triangle from that position. Not as high percentage, but it looks super cool, and that's the main thing. Okay, so from here, I get the grips here. Okay, Carl's already pushing on my knee. So I bring him towards me. Block. Okay, another way, if he gets hand to hand. Again, the reason I can't finish the triangle is because I don't have the profile of this shoulder. But if I can make a space by pushing on his elbow, and I can get my knee out, okay, I can come all the way up. Okay, I'll relock my triangle, take him to the side, and from here I'll be pulling my shin, okay, towards on this left jugular as my hip locks off the right, or if I can't get that, I'll just pull his arm towards me, which is the reverse triangle. Take a look at that again. So I'm here, get the grip. He's making those frames, so I'm dropping my hip onto his. Back to the good old days, 5 moves in one go. Bring him towards me. Okay, he gets hand to hand. Okay, so I can options to go for that switch figure 4. But if there's maybe space here, I make a frame. C-cup this. All I got to do is get my elbow, or sorry, my knee, just from out from under his armpit. Okay, and as I climb up, I'm going to relock my triangle, so my right foot is coming under his left armpit. I relock it, and I bring him onto the side. Okay, I need to have my hips directly behind his. So a couple of ways I can get this. I can grab my shin and just hip into him. If that doesn't work, the arm will always get the top. So I bring his arm towards me, I hip in. Okay, so there's your reverse triangle as well, guys. So, lots to play with.